In this video, we're going to look at the evolution of the secure web gateway and then see a quick demo. So first, let's talk about a little bit of the history. So before, the web gateway was really built for on-premise. So you had computers that were on-prem, and you wanted to make sure that you were doing some type of control when these computers were going out to the internet. And this was typically a system that was sitting right at the edge of your organization and looking at all traffic going out. Once users started connecting from outside of work, this was when VPNs and remote access became a thing. What would typically happen was all user traffic would be routed back to the organization, and then it would go out of the security stack that was at the edge of the network. And as more people started working from home, and as this was taking up a lot of bandwidth, this solution just didn't work. So then what happened was the advent of cloud web gateways, and these cloud web gateways, the traffic would be directed to them when users were off-prem, and sometimes even the web gateways would, again, tunnel the traffic or redirect the traffic to the cloud web gateways. And we believe that this approach just doesn't work anymore. Now we're going to look at Banyan Security's device-centric approach to secure web gateways. Okay, now we're going to look at a demo from the end user perspective. A couple things to note is that I'm not logged in to the Banyan app, and I don't need to be logged in to get security. Here you can see that we're continuously sharing the device trust levels, but all of the security that happens in the background, especially around secure web gateway and how to access things on the internet, all that stuff is happening regardless of if I'm logged in or not. So let's take a look at a few examples. Okay, the first one we're going to look at is just a site that we're blocking. In this case, it's foobar.com. It's just a domain we can block. We can block subdomains. We can also block based on categories. So this could be your blacklist, and then you can also whitelist other categories. So in this case, the website was blocked. Now, if I go and look at newly created domains, and newly created domains are typically used for phishing attacks, and I'll show you another phishing attack in a little bit, but we're going to just pick one. Okay, you can see that it tried to go to the site, but before it actually loaded anything, the website was blocked. And this is because we go and we check on sites that have been newly created within the last 24 hours or even within the last 30 days, depending on which category you select, and those sites will be blocked. Another category that we are blocking is translators. So in this case, if we go to translate.google.com, we've blocked all translation sites. Translation sites are used to bypass content filtering. And in this case, you can see that it's blocked. But if I did want to whitelist, just Google Translate. That is something that can be done. There are also online proxies like spy surfing. Again, if you try to access an online proxy, this domain is blocked. Now, some users will actually try to click on things like email phishing. So in this case, we have an email that I just had sent to myself, but this could be an example of a phishing attack where it says, please sign into this website to approve your PTO. And there's a few things that are fishy already. So in this case, approved, please sign into approved PTO. There's a spelling error. This should kind of throw you off. Obviously, the source of the email would be something that should give the end user a clue, maybe where it came from should be a clue, but end users still click on these things. So as you can see, this looks like a legitimate site, sso.banyan security. We do offer a single sign-on. So the end user clicks on it, and right away you can see that we know that this is a phishing domain, and we go ahead and block it. So this was an example of secure web gateway and going to sites that you shouldn't be going to, how they get blocked. And all other sites, let's go to our just corporate email. All that stuff is accessible. It's only the categories that are blocked, specific domains, and threat categories that we want to block. Thank you.